We imagined a story for a film in which two young people would embark on a search for the meaning of life.
Or better said, why this life? Why all the violence, all the exploitation, all the sadness?
The characters, that were supposed to be played by ourselves, would commit to an expedition hoping to find the causes and realities of today's mess.
That was also the title of the film Imagined, In Search of Causes and Realities.
The two characters were convinced that they could find the right information needed to debunk the issues of contemporary life. Therefore, capitalism, coded at an atomic level in our own bodies.
The expedition will have to be atypical, not an act of colonization, but an act of atomic-level introspection.
So, the two started their trip towards the atomium.
In a shuttle bus.
A new world, a new humanism. This was the theme under which Expo 58 unfolded. A monumental construction calling for world peace, social and economic progress. A giant model of a unit cell of an iron crystal. The future. Designing the future. Among that constellation of displays, an ethnological exposition of a Congolese village. A human zoo. The future is still far away.
Scade încet numărul fraierilor care muncesc în țara asta. Prietenii mei au plecat, plec și eu până la finalul anului. Cupluri cu copii mici sau fără copii, dar care vor face copii în alte țări. Iar aceia nu se vor mai întoarce vreodată acasă, nici măcar în vacanță. Adio, România!
În curtea vecină sunt plecate două familii definitiv. 7 persoane. Vor să-și obțină cetățeniile în țările în care au migrat. Copiii urmează școlile în limba țărilor respective. Dar au încă domiciliu în România pentru că au nevoie de un act de identitate. Nici nu vor să mai audă de o reîntoarcere definitivă în România. Iar la sate, nici nu mai are rost să comentez. Doar atât. Într-un sat unde acum 20 de ani se cultivau toate terenurile, astăzi iarba și buruienile au peste 2 metri.
Și eu aștept al doilea copil. Și exact din cauza asta am acceptat o ofertă în Amsterdam. Ne cărăm.
Din țara cu cel mai mare ritm de dezvoltare economică din Europa, se emigrează mai mult decât din Siria. De ce? Dacă în Siria Occidentul a declanșat Revoluția Arabă și un război civil pentru ca să aibă controlul gazelor naturale care vin în Europa, din România de ce se emigrează așa de mult?
I had everything that money could buy, but freedom I had none. I've been looking for freedom.
Babylonian constructions of temporalities. Multiple speeds of living overlapping each other resulting into a horrific visual panorama. Glitter paralleled with mud. Lustful leisure paralleled with physical and mental exhaustion. If a painter would be able to grasp all of this into a single image, he or she would still be at loss concerning how to name the work. But the name is there, written in mud with glitter and blood, lighted by neon signs and watchtower lights. What it is spelled is capitalism. And this capitalism is just a synonym for fascism. At the shelter of technological innovation and consumption, race and social segregation are still in the workings.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
Nations and nationalism are not vestiges of modernism in our postmodern life. Fascism is not just a historical chapter in history about the Europe's blackout and the becoming unhuman of people.
Of America and the Republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
America was built by and for the white Christian people of this nation.
These acts of violence are not isolated events in the continuous social and technological development of the Western world, but the tools through which the accumulation of knowledge, wealth and time occurred. More than this, violence and murder shouldn't be placed in a comfortable historical past, casting it away in the realm of the impossible, of stories and other narrative fairy tales.
This is a Christian country, and we will do everything in our power will be done to drive Islam out of this country forever.
Run away. Go as far as you can. Move towards an idea, towards paradise. Go searching for a place where time stays still, and you can enjoy life among others. Move towards utopia.
Utopia. Utopos. Not a place. Just by having this impossible situation in mind, I can hope to stumble in my path over a place where I can find happiness, protection, comfort, a place where I can afford the time to live among others and enjoy it.
Run, go on and don't look back. Not for now. Today, the mechanisms of exclusion operate through time. The new axis of social conflict is the imposition of time. New borders are being created, and to cross them, you need acceleration.
Tu poți să-ți iau țărani în Spania. Filmează-mă dacă filmezi drept. Uitați-mă ce aici, auzi? Filmează-mă!
Economic migration between past and future. Is economic migration a post-colonial story? In underdeveloped countries, people and their working power have become the main export product. For Germany, Italy, Spain, France and the United Kingdom, among others. A parallel market exchanging cheap labor and breaking workplace solidarity. Precarious jobs, underpayment, displacement, all these are a compromise for a better life. For many there are no alternatives in their countries of origin. Economic migration is their sole path towards a future.
Quando sei con me, perché piange, cuore perché piange, perché oh se la mia vita, se il mio cuore perché piange, perché
Like the car jobs! They took your jobs!
Who is this other that you are running from? Look back.
Are you sure it's not still there?
All that I see is a mirror.
我叫李秉志，以前在中国在医院上班，现在来到罗马尼亚去放羊，还差下午。
Pe șantiere, în restaurante și în hotelurile din România muncesc în prezent peste 8.000 de asiatici și africani.
Vietnam, Turcia, China, Nepal și Filipine,
în Pakistan,
India,
indienii și nigerienii.
The prospect has led the right-leaning press to warn of a huge new wave of immigration.
The media's tentacles of misinformation are so effective that the right-wing ideology invaded the European public opinion, deeper and deeper. The political right constructing and capitalizing on the scare of the other.
They predicted 14,000 Polish people would arrive to work in Britain. In the event, the number was over 700,000. It was a shameful dereliction of duty.
Starting with the 1st of January 2014, 29 million of Romanians and Bulgarians had the right to work in the United Kingdom. More than that, they had the right to make use of the British welfare system.
Previously a taboo, all three main parties now talk tough on immigration. Polls show this is one of UK voters' main concerns, as they fear immigrants will abuse the country's welfare system.
The number of Romanians and Bulgarians living in Britain has risen from 230,000 in 2014 to 413,000 in 2017. No matter the condition and occupation of these people, their presence and numbers have been strongly capitalized upon in building the Brexit disillusioned vote.
I speak with a lot of guys who want to come here, and I tell him it's not so easy to come here and to work here.
A month here, so we'll see what the future holds.
Uncertainty harvested through hate speech, turning people against people, constructing an image of another, culprit of the economic devastations brought on by speculation, deregulation, and accumulation. A Romanian migrant living in UK since 2007 voted for Brexit, having the hope that the government would gain the power to select the people who come here. Perhaps the same happened in Austria in 2018, in Italy in 2019, and most likely in the 20s and 30s. In the digital world, capital, alongside information and desires, flows through, unlimited by borders, social structures and time, leaving behind altered minds and tormented souls. Connected to any free digital information, there are hundreds of viruses of capitalist desires, fictively constructed identities that promise fulfillment if consumed. The rhythm of consumption accelerates while the gap between the poor and the rich gets wider and wider, local and global. The body of the laborer is invisible and fictively placed in a distant place, China. The migrant worker is rendered to a mythical creature that follows its desire to occupy, to invade, to colonize, as media always portrays. In between, families are crushed by their struggle towards a future.
When I was a child, in the late 90s, I loved the moment when our relatives from Germany will come to visit us, bringing their foreign fruit-flavored candy.
I first saw my older brother when I was 5. He was just 19 years old when he emigrated to Italy. Just 19.